drinking coffee right now?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the break room. One of us has 6 espresso shots heading down the hatch. You'll be the judge of that. Whoever's eyeballs pop out by the end of the show. Welcome back to the break room, our daily nerdy news show. It keeps you updated on all the stuff you need to know. Today on our show, I trailed off a little bit there at the end.
News.
You're not on the coffee.
Yeah, no, I need those espresso shots. On today's show, Kang is a sad boy.
Oh.
We'll be talking MODOK, of course. Also, the Oscars got it right.
Whoa.
And they can't stop renaming the Agatha Harkness show. We're going to try to get to some The Last of Us news. We got all kinds of interesting. This was actually a pretty full news day, so we're really excited to get into it today. With me to do that, I've got Brandon Barrick.
That's right. I need the battery, Tess.
Okay. We've got Jessica Clemons.
Don't make out with me if you have fungi in your mouth. It's gross.
Yes. Tommy Bechtold. Tommy. Already. We're a minute in.
Ooh, jump scares.
Jump scares. And I'm Zach Huddleston. We're all thrilled to be here. Let's jump right into it. With the headlines. There it is.
Oh, baby.
Okay, our first couple headlines. There's a lot of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania news coming out. Some fun interviews, some new photos, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to jump into that. Jeff Loveness, the writer of the film, close personal friend of Tommy Bechtold, told SFX magazine that some of his favorite moments in the upcoming Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania come from MODOK, our favorite big head villain. I'll just say he was inspired by Kevin Kline in A Fish Called Wanda and Frank Grimes in an old Simpsons episode.
Yeah,
So we got to stop and talk about both these references. Okay, Jessica and I both big fans of A Fish Called Wanda.
Yeah.
If you ever watched that, it was like a maybe mid-'80s kind of crime comedy. Jamie Lee Curtis in the news right now. I mean, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Academy Award?
Did she get nominated?
Yeah, she
got
got
nominated for
Oh,
Everything
good for
Everywhere
her.
All
Well, she is the star of this. This was back when she was kind of in her sex symbol heyday in the 80s. Kevin Kline, John Cleese. And Kevin Kline in this plays like a criminal with a real fun mustache. And he is incredibly horny. He's like very ravenous after Jamie Lee Curtis and is kind of like very dastardly, always kind of pulling off crimes and stuff like that.
There's this horrible scene in it where when he has sex and he gets off, his eyes cross and then he falls back, and it's just very cartoony. It's a big character. It's a very like literal. Slapstick. It's very slapstick.
Yeah, very like literal mustache twirling. So it's interesting to hear that like MODOK was inspired by that performance.
And if you guys are looking to watch Fish Called Wanda, it's actually streaming on Fuzzy right now.
What's Fuzzy?
That's my new streaming service. We play classic movies and furry porn.
Yeah.
50-50 split. And you can get 50% off with hashtag Smiling Raccoon in our promo box.
This is true. No, this is true.
wow.
And then the second reference he makes, Frank Grimes. It was a very famous kind of early to mid-season Simpsons episode.
Yes. And then a follow-up where the son of Frank Grimes is trying to kill Homer.
It's so interesting to have Frank Grimes in A Fish Called Wanda.
They're weird, really
They're
weird
not
references.
necessarily the same, but can you remind us of the Frank Grimes
Frank
plot
Grimes
line?
was like a guy who comes to work at the nuclear plant with Homer Simpson and points out everything, and the audience should already point out that this man has everything. He's an oaf.
Yeah.
He does nothing right, but he's gone to space. He has a full family. Grimes has nothing. He's always so put down. And he hates Homer. And Homer has nothing against this guy. And spoiler alert, he dies.
Yes.
He grabs the election. He's being an
And like Homer is like, the legacy lives on that Homer was like his good friend, but Grimes hated him.
And both these characters that he's referencing are like kind of bitter, jealous, angry kind of characters, which kind of makes sense if the MODOK character in general, who Tommy knows a lot about. He made a great video that's out on our channel kind of explaining MODOK. But also, if we think that, it hasn't officially been confirmed, but that Corey Stoll's Darren Cross from the first Ant-Man movie is going to be kind of transformed into MODOK, that maybe he is kind of bitter, angry, resentful, maybe towards the Pym clan, right? For being a part of that.
Scott Lang, kind of like Hank Pym anointed the new Ant-Man instead, where like Darren Cross, I think, felt like maybe he should have been the new Ant-Man or should have carried on the Pym mantle. So like I could totally see it being like like Scott Lang being the Homer Simpson in this analogy.
Also, Darren Cross was under the influence of cross particles.
That's right.
He wasn't in his right mind.
That's true.
Okay, does he deserve to get sent to the
does
quantum
Pym
realm?
particles make everybody crazy? No.
Well, the Pym particles does too. That's part of like the helmet design, is to help protect your head over time. Too much shrinking and growing can mess your brain up.
I think saying that it's close to Kevin Kline's character in A Fish Called Wanda and also to Frank Grimes is truly just leading to the fact that he's going to betray Kang, or he's going to work alongside. I don't think he's going to fully work alongside Scott, but he's going to be like, yeah, this guy is mean to me all the time. What am I doing? And that's how he's going to get out of the
He's in it
quantum
for
realm.
himself.
Interesting. Interesting. Because we've been talking about, right, like, they've purposely only showed us the tiniest glimpses of this character. This movie's coming out in a couple weeks, right? Like, Corey Stoll's not been doing press. Like, they're not really featuring him in any of the promo. So, like, it's a little bit of a mystery what role MODOK is going to play in this movie. Brandon has a theory.
I think he's going to be the comedic relief of this movie.
Absolutely.
I think all the Lang stuff will be serious, all the Pym stuff will be serious.
Do you not think
He's
that's
like
going
the
to
comedic
be
relief.
so sad, though, because he's still Darren Cross, who was like, I am also a genius. I am also smart. I just got put in here by accident.
Yeah, he deserves it. And in the comic books, like, Darren Cross goes on to become like a villain because of his own hubris and experimenting with stuff. He physically alters his body. It would be interesting if he gets out of the quantum realm of this movie and is back in the real world, either as MODOK or as his normal human self again. I don't know.
That'd be really interesting. And then, like, yeah, we've already speculated about this, like, the trailer, the way we see MODOK in that one shot where everybody's kind of walking in a line, makes it, one might assume, is MODOK a Kang henchman?
Yeah.
Right? He's a lieutenant in the Kang army, a lesser baddie.
He's a Kangsman.
Yes, I'm trying to think of Razor Fist from Shang-Chi or something like that.
I think he's going to be more of like an assistant. I think he's going to treat him like a little butt.
Yeah.
Interesting.
His shiny kind of tech does look very Kang-esque.
What if he calls him Mo?
Mo?
Mo!
Are they going to call him MODOK in this movie? I mean, Loveness said it in this interview, but will they call him MODOK?
We haven't seen that language used. Are they going to call him Darren Cross? Or are they going to call him MODOK? Tommy, what does MODOK stand for in the comics?
Men only do action.
That's not.
No, it's a mechanical organism designed only for killing, right?
Interesting. Now, do we think they could also play with that?
Yeah.
And in the comics, sometimes it means other stuff. But like,
man only died after killing.
You keep
That's
putting
what
an A in it.
You keep making it MODOK.
MODOK. Mike MODOK, the Buffalo Bills reporter. R.I.P. Buffalo Bills.
I think MODOK will be said. I think it will stand for something completely different.
Interesting.
And Darren will be like, stop calling me MODOK.
Or he'll give himself that name, and they're like,
Yeah, he said, he's like, you can call me MODOK. And they'll go,
I'm ready to retire the Marvel Cinematic Universe trope of like, that name is goofy.
Yeah.
Like, that's a device they've used a lot to some success, to great success, to middling success. I think the most successful one being in Infinity War, when like Doctor Strange and Spider-Man meet, and he's like, "Oh, we're using our made-up names. I'm Spider-Man." Blah 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 blah. But they love the name joke in so many Marvel movies. Let's put it to bed.
Also, MODOK is a great name.
It's a good name.
I like it.
It's both an acronym, and we haven't had a lot of that, other than maybe Ultron or something like that, right? And it sounds cool.
I'm with you. I agree. It sounds cool. Enough like referencing how corny this stuff all is. We're buying into men and women in spandex and capes flying around that are actually standing in front of like a volume or blue screen going like whoosh, whoosh.
How dare you?
Bless you, Elizabeth Olsen. You're doing the Lord's work out there. Sorry, we didn't even finish the Jeff Loveness quote about his inspiration for MODOK. He says, this really put upon, selfish, entitled, but then also deeply sad, insecure man who knows that he got a shit deal, don't demonetize this, in life and is trying to make the best of it. You got a shoot deal. His ego will crumble the second he's challenged. But then also, like Kevin Kline in Fish Called Wanda, he's pretty good at killing people.
The thing is, Kevin Kline wasn't good at killing people. He was bad at killing people. He was very obvious with that gun.
But Levinas mentioned that like this was kind of the first thing they figured out about this movie.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Like he's been there from the beginning. It wasn't like, oh, we need a second bad guy, and somebody throws that out. Like, no, they knew from the jump that
Jeff,
MODOK.
what's your take? How we landed in this Ant-Man plane? MODOK.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, what?
You start there and you go from there. Loveness also expanded on what we will see from Kang going forward. Said Kang is a top-tier, A-list Avengers villain. That's right. He's almost this infinite Thanos.
Oh.
What a fun term that is, an infinite Thanos. I think we're setting things up for a pretty dynamic story. As I'm building to Avengers, I want it to feel like a generational struggle.
Ooh.
Well, that's interesting in this movie, right? Because we're gonna have we're gonna have 3 generations of characters.
Sure is.
Phase 4 felt like the birth of new characters. You're giving everyone a little bit of a breath. You're broadening out the universe. You have fun Disney Plus shows that are elevating characters. And now I think it's time to put the pedal to the gas again and really take all these new characters that we like and throw them into the fire. Kang's also a very lonely character. We're going to be seeing a lot of him in a lot of different ways going forward, but I really wanted to introduce the humanity and even the vulnerability of this character before he gets to such apocalyptic Avenger scale heights.
Stunning.
This makes it sound like this Kang doesn't die.
Yeah.
They made it feel like this Kang has feelings. And after seeing that American History X stomp to the face that he gave Ant-Man, I disagree with that. I don't think he does.
I hear that this Kang is testing highest amongst all villains in any MCU.
I feel like you say that
impossible.
every time.
Impossible.
Well, they say that every time.
Yeah, they
Is he gonna the tier of order is gonna
Change
be
the hierarchy.
hierarchy of power? Yeah, it's
The
gonna be
tier
changed
of
forever.
order.
The tears of tears.
Also, our favorite MCU muscle man, Jonathan Majors, has been given quotes. Also, he's got a film that's apparently blowing up at Sundance Magazine Dreams. Where
Does he
plays
play a pilot in this movie?
He does not.
Is he shirtless?
Plays a bodybuilder. I think he
very.
gets butt-ass naked in this movie.
And
There's
I'll
a
tell you
lot
what,
of
unlike
flesh.
most bodybuilders, that front is not lacking. It's packing.
What?
You ever seen bodybuilders and they're wearing their little bikini briefs and you're like, what is that little mushroom
Tommy,
cap
we
on there?
can't go this
That
way.
was-
We can't talk
Stop,
about that?
Tommy, no.
No? All right. Hey, look it up.
He said mushroom cap on mine.
So, Jonathan Majors, the actor portraying Kang, is doing a bunch of interviews. He told Deadline that his inspirations for the villain were Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, Julius Caesar. Well, that's a pretty impressive
What a lineup.
lineup there. No love for Ivan the Terrible? Come on.
God. Oh, no.
He went on to say, "You're smart. Watch out how smart I am. You can look at Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. That's the superhero of superheroes. In order to be the supervillain of supervillains, how do I counteract that in the zeitgeist?"
Oh, wow.
He's into this character.
He loves it. I'm so excited for
Well, he
him.
gets to play him so much.
John, do we have an image of Jonathan Majors in his bikini briefs posing as a muscle man?
No. No.
Do not-
Text it to me.
Computer,
yeah.
isolate image.
So that's great. And I mean, again, that's what we want out of our, actors
I
playing
love
major
it.
characters in the MCU. They're taking it very serious. He's putting a ton of thought into it.
He, so far, and maybe tell me if I'm wrong, I think he's the one that's most excited to be playing this villain and so into it, and he's so smart, and I think he's playing this character so well already.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited.
And you can see why, like Kevin Feige and the Brain Trust in Marvel, they could have picked anybody to play Kang, right? Jonathan Majors had done some cool stuff, but he wasn't a huge name. They probably could have got bigger names to play this character. They met with this guy and they're like, wow, he really
That
wants
range.
this. He's going to do a great job.
I think it's a great blueprint. Get great actors that want to play these ridiculous, and I mean that in a good way, characters. Like these, like, we're not doing Jane Austen novels.
This
or
guy's time
Shakespeare.
traveling,
It's like,
shooting
Did you
lasers.
get that feel with Thanos, played by, what's his name?
Josh Brolin?
Josh Brolin. It
I
didn't
think
feel
he
like
got
he
there
wanted
eventually.
to.
I think he got there eventually by once the movie was all about him. The other movies that, sorry, I cut you off, but to answer your question, the other movies that featured Thanos seemed very kind of like, I don't know. It seemed like he showed up for a job.
Yeah, he's a boogeyman. Yeah, he's off screen kind of
right.
mostly,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I also think the digital face will always be like a weird barrier.
Yeah.
He had
Unless
to
it's
put on a
Avatar,
lot
The
of,
Way of Water. I believe all
he
of those
had
blue faces.
to wear like a foam big suit,
Yeah, yeah.
whereas like Jonathan Majors gets to come in costume.
Right.
Yeah.
He gets to wear the costume and
He's
feel it out.
making
Yeah.
sitting choices on chairs.
It's clown work.
Speaking of Avatar, though, Jessica, how about those Oscar nominations?
Oh, we're going to get to that in 1 second. We're going to get to that.
Sorry.
Lastly,
Hey,
Man, that's not even the one I'm talking about.
Oh my god!
Jonathan Majors is like, I didn't know you guys were filming.
Oh,
Damn! I
oh, you
wasn't
caught me in a
ready.
vulnerable moment here.
This is how I sit by the pool all the time.
Yeah, I'm always sitting with in the Playboy stance.
We also got another image from Quantumania. Real quick, we're gonna pull up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. We got Hank and Janet, and they're in their deep quantum realm outfits here. Jodorowsky's Dune or whatever.
It's giving Tatooine Jabba's pleasure barge chic. It's serving.
I mean, those do look like some folks working in Batuu.
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. Serving Rebel Spy.
We want to note the weird effect on the edge of the frame here.
Yeah.
It's not at the bottom of the picture. It's just on the side. And we don't know if this is something like Marvel did just with this image to release it. Like maybe they wanted to blur out some things on the side. If this is Hank and Janet kind of walking through some kind of weird portal. We don't know. We couldn't find the source of this image.
Is that Janet or is that Hope? I think it's Hope.
That's what I meant. Oh wait, no, that was Janet Van Dyne.
That's Janet, dude.
That's Hope.
Oh, it's
No,
Hope.
it isn't.
Wow. Oh, I guess.
Baloney.
Okay, you're right.
How does she look so close to Michelle P? I thought that was
Their
Janet.
mother and daughter.
Michael Douglas looks like Bradley Whitford in that photo, by the way.
This is not
the
from
Whitford
Ant-Man.
stands
This
up.
was from a totally different movie involving different actors.
This was just when they went to Star Wars
Yeah.
Galaxy Edge.
Speaking of Star Wars Galaxy Edge,
Yeah.
the Oscar nominations came out, you guys. They were announcing everything, everywhere, all at once. Snag nominations for 11 of the 24 categories.
That was a surprising thing.
Now I gotta
All
watch
of them,
this movie.
each of them, first nomination, including Jamie Lee Curtis. This is insane. Okay, either way. Top Gun Maverick also managed to snag a Best Picture spot, which I knew.
Yeah.
I knew was coming.
All of us at that screening walked away going, "This is the best movie that's ever made."
And plus side in Marvel news, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever picked up noms for Best Supporting Actress, Best Costume Design, Best Original Song, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, and Best VFX, which is a lot. The Batman, on the other hand, was one of the other superhero movies to grab some other noms with 3 for VFX, sound, makeup, and hairstyling.
A lot of people unhappy cinematography not in
Yeah,
that.
I genuinely thought
beautiful
the
movie.
Batman would have got a little bit more. I think for me personally, best year for the Academy Awards for me. When I say that, because I wanted Everything Everywhere All at Once to get so many nominations.
Yeah.
I wanted them to be so respected. I wanted it's high regard, it's great art, great job, and they did it.
Yeah, and obviously we were all blown away by that Angela Bassett performance. Wakanda Forever. Though she gets multiple. I mean, her UN speech when she's chewing out Okoye, right? Like, just some great moments. And spoiler alert: if you haven't seen that movie that came out 2 months ago, I mean, she gets a great death scene. Even
Are you surprised that it was only Angela Bassett?
Who? From
Like
that film
supporting,
specifically.
It could have been like Okoye, it could have been Nakia, it could have been the.
Well, I mean, they might have. I don't know what their campaign was, but a lot of times, with Everything Everywhere All at Once, right? You have Jamie Lee Curtis and also Stephanie Sue,
yeah.
both nominated for supporting actress, and like a lot of times you have 2 people from the same movie.
They cancel each other
Splits
out.
the vote.
Right.
Marvel might have been like, if this is our best chance to get she already won a Golden Globe. For this role. This is our best chance to finally get a nomination for acting.
And
Maybe we
she's
put it all in on
She's also
Angela.
the biggest actor in that film, the most
And
well-known.
she's, for better or worse, done with the MCU.
Right.
I mean, they could bring her in as a flashback, as a ghost, or as a variant.
Right.
But for the most part, this is probably her last turn as Queen Ramonda.
Is Black Panther leading for Marvel for the Academy Awards?
Yeah, I mean, because Black Panther won 3. The first one.
Yeah.
It's nominated for 5 this year. Did we say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the kind of a lot of the art categories.
5, yeah.
And I would, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would just say just my litmus test, and always before Oscar of like what movies are promoting what is just driving around, because we see living in LA, even though our office is in Canada, I do my weekends back in LA with my wives and children's, and I drive around and exclusively on the Black Panther poster, Angela Bassett had her own.
Yes.
Black Panther, small font, Angela Bassett, and it was like a story of loss and whatever, and a story of loss and family or something like that, that were specific for Best Actress for your consideration, Angela Bassett. And I think the MCU's point is like, we got to, like, DC has now, what, two best Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix, both for playing the Joker. Not that it's a contest.
And they won for most
Zack
most
Snyder.
cheer-worthy moment
The Zack
at
Snyder
the movie
movie.
theater.
That's right.
They got 2 in there. Flash goes Super Flash.
Yeah.
And the Go Box.
Do they win Oscars for that, or
Are
They
there statues?
basically get something, right?
They
It's
don't win a
name.
statue,
Yeah.
but every other Oscar nominee.
that's like when I was
and winners
nominated.
feel off a
they
little
know it's a little
Listen,
bit
in
less.
2003, I was nominated most crave-worthy by the Phi Gamma sorority. So, and I picked up that award and a little trophy, if you know what
Oh
I'm
my
saying.
gosh.
There he is. Now, so I think that this is the MCU's. They're like, we're getting one this year.
They're putting it all in.
I think it's and I think a great to bet on Angela Bassett.
Always bet on
this
Bassett.
This is her first nomination because she win for Ike and
What's Love Got to Do with
Yeah.
It? I know she was nominated. I don't know if she won or not.
Oh, okay.
But
You guys know Collins, please.
Phone in if you
long, prestigious career on Angela
You know who
Bassett.
did win an Oscar? Kevin Kline, Fish Called Wanda.
Not Fish Called Wanda. I
Was
think In and Out.
nominated,
I
thank
think
you.
was it In
He
and Out
won.
that he won?
He won for
I
Best
think
Supporting
Kevin Kline
Actor.
won. I think.
Oh,
he
I
won
think you're right.
an
Okay,
Academy
sorry.
Award. He definitely won an Academy Award. I can't give
That's
it
right.
right.
Talent.
We're doing great at this
It's
conversation.
streaming on Fuzzy right now.
Okay, get out of
Are
here.
we happy about the other
I think
nominations?
it's great, and Marvel films usually are nominated in the VFX and some of the other like technical categories. But I love this. Now, if we were to go back, maybe the last year, right? We had a couple other films. Can we think of any other Marvel actors in Love and Thunder, Multiverse of Madness that deserved maybe a look?
I think, you go first.
Okay. I'm going to say it's always really tough. It's hard to say what's a better performance, like a couple of guys putzing around on a real island in Ireland with all the real stuff.
Shots fired at Banshees of Inisherin. Yeah.
Or like Elizabeth Olsen being on a green screen on wires, half of her costume being digitally made, doing this stuff, and being emotional and impactful. I don't know. The Oscars are very subjective,
Well, also Wanda.
I would nominate Elizabeth Olsen for what she's done with the character.
I wouldn't because it's only for Multiverse of Madness, and I don't think she did as great in the Multiverse of Madness as she did for WandaVision.
Well, they can't
So
give an
that's why-
Oscar for
Exactly.
WandaVision.
That's why I'm like, she sticks to the Golden Globes.
But I think that's a great point. Also, though, even if you think about cultural impact, how many more millions of people saw her portray Scarlet Witch in that film than saw combined all of the actresses nominated, right? Then saw Tar, then saw, To Leslie, which we were talking about, which is a movie that has made a total of $27,000, I think, at the box office, right?
Those people campaign.
Shouts
they
to
campaign
Stephen Root for being in that
hard.
movie. I guess he was he's like the most
Stephen
famous person.
Root, graduate of the University of Florida.
That's right,
Go
Jeff.
Gators.
I have a question. So I want to answer your question because I thought it was a good question. What Marvel movies would you have considered acting contenders? I think, to me, the problem is the one performance that I would consider is the movie's named after him, but he's a supporting actor in it, and that's Captain America in Civil War. I would have thought that portrayal, having to deal with, Bucky being clearly Tony Stark being completely reasonable, wanting to kill Bucky after finding out he killed his parents, lying to Tony Stark, Chris Evans' character, Captain America. I thought that performance would be worthy of a supporting actor nomination, but you can't nominate Captain America for a supporting actor in a movie called Captain America.
That's a good point. Yeah.
If I think, and this is, someone come for me. I think I would give mine to Aunt May. In No Way Home as supporting because
that technically last
would have been the
year?
2022
well,
Oscars,
he
but
said
still.
any Marvel
sure,
movie in
yeah.
general. But I also think that we need to start making a category. No, we need to make a category for choreography because then that's when we would be giving that award to Shang-Chi and we'd be acknowledging a lot of the action and superhero films that don't really get that notice.
They do
And
some
choreography
award
is really
for
hard.
stunt work and stuff, but that's creative.
Yeah, it's not
Creative
it doesn't
arts,
have its own.
or whatever. Yeah.
Doesn't get it. It
Well,
doesn't
and
get its own
people have
thing.
talked about a lot how, there are certain types of acting that the Oscars over-represent, right? Real cryy, big,
dramatic,
emotional, dramatic acting, whereas comedic acting is never rewarded.
Horror acting is never gave some crazy horror.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah.
God.
That was
No consideration.
In action, big budget, fancy stuff. I mean, one of the big stuff people are talking about, Mr. Tom Cruise, right? Not getting a nom for Top Gun Maverick,
Man was
right?
flying a plane.
He was literally
He's 83
flying that
years
plane.
old.
They said he shouldn't be in there.
There are 100,000 people in Los Angeles right now that can cry on command. There are 4 that could fly a plane like that, okay?
And run with those blades. Look, whether you agree
Break
with
his ankles and keep running.
I know. Whether you agree with the Oscars or not, we all know who we're nominating for Best Supporting Dinner, and that's Factor.
Yes.
What a transition
Factor is here to help you save time and energy with Factor's ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You don't even have to go to the grocery store. Get Factor and not only skip the trip to that stupid grocery store, but skip the chopping, the prepping, the cleaning, the complaining from your partner because you're taking too long. The shut up, I'm trying to make you dinner. Stop yelling at me.
Brandon, it's
Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. So all you have to do is heat and enjoy. Factor has meals that are keto, calorie smart, vegan and veggie, and full of protein, prepared by chefs and approved by dietitians. Each meal has all the ingredients you need to feel satisfied all day long. Factor meals have all the ingredients you want too. Nothing you don't. No weird ingredients.
I want to pop in and say, as somebody who has had some Factor meals and wants to get some more, like they taste really good, and when you read the back, you're like, how is there less calories in what I just ate that was delicious than like a bologna sandwich I sometimes make? You know what I mean? They're like very tasty, very filling, and like pretty like good for you. I'm always surprised when I eat those.
Yeah, they're really good. A lot of us here at the office use them. They're great to like pop in and just heat up quick and get on the go. It's like clean eating without all the hassle because again, the ingredients are fresh, good ingredients. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door. Again, ready in just 2 minutes. It's very easy. Achieve and maintain your goals this year with Factor. Get America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit and start saving time, eating well, and living your best year ever. Head to factormeals.com/breakroom60 and use code breakroom60 to get 60% off your first box. That's code breakroom60 at factormeals.com/breakroom60 to get 60% off your first box.
And again, we just want to quickly shout out, because you've probably heard us talk about HelloFresh on this show, owned by the same company.
Yes.
Basically, if you like doing a little cooking, go HelloFresh. If you're like, I don't want to do any cooking besides popping something in the microwave, go Factor. They're both real tasty.
And I want to just throw one more hat in the ring. I've said that I have goals this year. Every roller coaster at Universal, not kicked out, and wearing a Faraday classic shirt that does not come in a size I can wear yet. I'm doing Factor February. I'm doing Factor February. I'm also doing Dry January or Dry February. Why? Less days. Less days.
Smart.
Only got to be
dry.
dry.
Months.
Only got to be dry for 28. And guess what?
Black History.
It's only, I'm doing I'm honoring my fellow Black Kings. I'm honoring my commitment to weight loss. And I want to say this. Just because it's dry February doesn't mean my sheets stay dry, okay? I make no commitment to not wetting the bed. I'm only committing to no alcohol. I will continue to wet the bed randomly to keep my maid on her toes. That's what I do.
Note that Tommy only made this commitment after he knew the Bills would not be in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
That's why
I had committed to a soaked February previous to that.
Oh, my gosh. Despite that breaking news on time.
Hey,
That's a soaked February, baby.
Speaking of a soaked January.
You're making me
slide off this
like
chair.
My goodness. Sploosh. We got some more headlines for you folks out there.
God, I hope my mom's not watching
I hope so too.
Filming has wrapped for the upcoming Disney Plus Star Wars series. Skeleton Crew, Disney Star for you international folks out there. The series is set to premiere later this year. We'll see if they push that back.
They haven't.
Disney Plus is being real weird about dates of their series.
Announced. And this would, in theory, be the third series we'd get this year after Mandalorian starts in March.
Yes.
We think we're getting Ahsoka maybe in the summer.
Yeah.
And then maybe this would be the fall, winter, something like that.
Yeah, we're also in the middle of the Bad Batch right now, if you count the Bad Batch. And I don't know if there's more Tales of the Jedi this year.
They said they're doing more. I don't know.
Who knows? We also got a new image of the Agatha Coven of Chaos slate, the little clacker they use when they're filming stuff. This one says "My Pretty," referencing the Wicked Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz. Now, this is not a new name of the show. This is something they do on set. They'll be cheeky.
Can you go back to it really quick?
You can see the name of the director, Jack Schaefer directing this episode, and then Caleb Heyman is the camera operator. They'll do this sometime on set. This has nothing to do with the name of the show. It's not changing to My Pretty or anything.
It's still so insane how in depth they even do for the little art for the clacker. That's so fun.
Tommy pointed out one of the Star Wars movies was called Red Solo.
Red Cup was the working title of Solo for a while.
A lot of the times these productions have working titles so that when they have to put signs up around town, people don't know what the
famously Blue Harvest.
The Bob's Burgers movie was Jeff Jazzy Jazz Hands, and it was so hard to say. And I remember being like, why did we do this?
Return of the Jedi was Blue Forest or something like that.
And if we wanted to just play a little conspiracy corner here, right? I think Tommy, you pointed out, or somebody pointed out, right? My Pretty, the famous line that the witch says in Wizard of Oz. What if much like how WandaVision had different kind of TV show themes. There was the Full House episode, there was the Leave It to Beaver episode, whatever.
The generational sitcoms.
Yeah. What if this, like each episode, is kind of themed around different famous witches?
They do American Horror Story coven.
Why not The Craft? Who wouldn't love to see all those
chokers
and Eric Andre and a choker and black nail polish?
Something they just dressed up as The Craft. I don't remember what it was.
Me?
I don't remember.
I dressed up as a craft.
Single? A craft single?
Single and ready to jingle.
Next headline, Adult Swim has ended its relationship with co-creator Justin Roiland. Rick and Morty will continue without him, and season 7 is currently in production. Adult Swim put out this announcement of this on Twitter, Instagram today. So this is kind of breaking news right before we went live. If you want to know what the story is, look it up. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, you can Google that. This obviously has a big ramification on the show.
Right.
Not only is he's a co-creator, a producer of the show, but he voices
Rick
both
and Morty.
main
Is the
characters.
same going to happen to Solar Opposites, or is Solar Opposites done?
Hulu has doubled down on its relationship with Justin Roiland.
No, Hulu hasn't said anything yet, but
I think the show's just going to be called And moving forward, right?
I don't
No
know.
Rick, no
I
Morty.
don't know what they'll do.
Real quick, off of that downer note, I just want to shout out the shirt I'm wearing because I forgot to plug it earlier.
This is the moment.
Can you wait till the next
Zach considers himself a father, a husband, and a Christian. Fly ball by Castellanos, deep into left field. Speaking of which, we got a new shirt coming out.
Oh my god.
This is a great reference, Tommy. So this is this is the newest shirt in the RXstarsMerch.com shop. It's our Circles and Arrows line.
Yes.
And you see the pattern of this is like our thumbnail designs on our YouTube videos, little circles and arrows to the hidden details. You can get this button-up shirt, and we've shown these off on the show. This is a sticker pack.
Yeah.
These things come off, and you could take like a family photo or your refrigerator, whatever. Do a little circles and arrows. Make make your family photo look like a new Rockstars
Point out the missable
meme.
details in your life.
Yeah, you can find these and a bunch of other stuff at newrockstarsmerch.com.
And don't forget to be careful putting 2 circles and 3 dots next to each other, because that's how you get a cootie shot.
Oh,
And I'm sick of
okay.
people getting vaccinated against their will.
Okay. Next headline, Jason Momoa told Variety that he will, quote, always be Aquaman. And in
Whether you
reference
like
to
it or not.
in reference to his recent meeting with DC heads James Gunn and Peter Safran, he said, quote, we've got a lot of good things coming. Release Aquaman 2, please.
James Gunn immediately tweeted out afterwards, no, we don't.
Jason said, yes, we do.
Well, and
Let
this
Momoa
feels,
be Aquaman and put out his movie already.
this
Do we
feels-
want Momoa in this movie?
Yeah.
in
It's done.
Aquaman 2?
It's
No,
done. It's
Momoa
shot.
of this
Boom.
movie.
Oh, do we want Momoa?
or
Yes.
Melissa?
I want some
Children.
Moa. Moa. I want some Mo of anyway.
Moa.
Well, it is fascinating. If we've got a lot of good things coming, they could have just been talking about Aquaman 2,
Yeah,
right?
right. Sure.
Or there's been this speculation Jason Momoa might play a different character in the DC.
Sure, I don't care. Just let the movies come out.
We might come back to that a little bit later.
Yeah, just put them out. Just put them on
Come
glass.
out. A new trailer and poster for Harley Quinn, a very problematic Valentine's Day special, just came out. There's the poster
Look at
there.
my babies.
What's their name?
Harlivy.
Harlivy.
Oh. Isn't Harlivy one of Beyonce and Jay-Z's kids?
Maybe.
Blue Ivy.
This is an animated series that's still on HBO Max, one of the few that didn't get cut off the channel.
For now.
It's really great if you've never checked it out. It's very funny.
Yeah, it's
very
really good.
Very funny.
I don't know who does. Is it Steven Tudyk who does Joker?
Alan
Tudyk.
I was like, who's Steven Tudyk?
I don't know. It's his brother.
Alan Tudyk that is Clayface.
He's great. The Joker
Steven
is very
Tudyk is a
funny.
character that
Yeah.
Tommy plays.
Yeah.
You guys have never seen my original character, Steven Tudyk?
He's the one
Guys, here's-
keeping Tommy's bedsheets wet all February. Hey!
He's the world's sweatiest detective.
The second episode of The Last of Us almost had a much darker opener, we learned.
Oh.
According
Really?
to
Because I'm glad they went with the musical number.
It's just going to be a butthole. Sorry, keep going.
That's a dark opening, all right. According to the showrunners, episode 2 had, quote, a cold open where we just like, the camera is pushed in on this door and you just hear the sound pounding coming from the basement.
Oh, boy.
And then we cut, and then later Tess would tell the story of how she couldn't kill her son, basically, if you know the character Tess on the show. She, they wound up cutting that from the opening, and it's maybe part of her backstory we'll get into, I don't know, but a very dark kind of
Yeah,
opening for
it
that
harkens
show.
back to a little bit of was it Herschel's farm in Walking Dead?
Yeah, where
right?
his wife is still alive. alive.
in the barn. And so the story they were going to tell is like her backstory. She had this family. Her husband and son get infected. She kills her husband. Can't bring herself to kill the son.
And locks him into a basement. And in theory, that person is still in the basement to this eternally alive inside of the basement.
It could come back, yes. But do you think it was also just made because it was like giving her more of this backstory and then killing her immediately would have been just like, what's the point? Yeah, why would we do this? Why would we make
we don't learn much about Tess in the game, and we've already learned a little bit more about her in the show than we did in the game. But this was something they were going to add in, and they cut it out, and
more Tess. I love Tess. I also want to just point out, Pounding and Coming from the Basement was the first Stephen Tudyk's origin story novel that I wrote.
Let's move on.
Pause for the porn parody.
Stephen Tudyk's Pounding.
Coming
from the Basement.
We just want to, real quick before we move on, Last of Us, we are loving this. Brandon, Jessica, Anna have been doing a great job yesterday on the Breakroom after show for that series. We're really excited about it going forward.
Yeah, we're covering the series. Breakroom's dark on Mondays. We're on Sundays doing the after show for the series. If you've missed us on Mondays, that's where we are. Come watch us on Sundays and watch The Last of Us. It like doubled its viewership to episode 2.
It's nuts.
Popular show, good. Makes me hungry for mushrooms.
We've got 7 more weeks of it?
Yeah,
9 total?
episodes in the first season.
I also think, I just want to put this out here because, we air these on record. They air about a day later after we shoot them. We should do a redemption where we eat mushroom foods. Not mushroom psychedelics, but like mushroom flavored things.
Yeah, mushroom caps.
Yeah, we should just do a couple mushroom caps. We should eat Jonathan Major's mushroom cap.
What if we do? We do tasty, trippy, and toxic.
Yeah.
Random mushrooms.
We have to, it's like Russian roulette.
Yeah, you don't know what you're getting.
I want to see if you can blindfold and identify a wood ear from Portobello.
Oh, I like the chicken of the woods. Hey,
hen of the woods?
There's a mushroom called chicken of the woods.
I think it's called hen of the woods.
Oh, okay, you got it. Is it called Two Dicks? It's time for mandatory fun.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, look at
that. No, I should say no.
What's better than 2 Dick? 3 Dick. Play the graphic again.
That one was a little thin.
Hey. You think 3 Dicks is a lot? Wait till we play Dicks 4. Play the graphic some more.
Okay.
Hey. Keep it positive. Keep it light.
Okay.
Keep the room up at night. Play Jonathan Majors.
No.
Keep it tight.
Yeah.
Oh! He's not hard to pull up.
Do you think they like photoshopped his crotch?
They photoshopped everything.
Look,
I think it's in the pool.
They probably had to tone it down.
It's tucked behind the back of the shorts into the pool like a little periscope. Anyway, Jimmy Gunn has once again teased the entertainment industry like he always does, this time saying, when it comes to the casting of the DCU, we've had hundreds of roles to cast. And as I've always done, some will be brand new faces, some will be actors I've worked with before, and some will be actors who I've never worked with. So basically, anyone who's ever tried to act is in the game. What matters most is the actor fits the role, and they're easy to work with. This is a crazy thing I've never told you guys.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm actually related to James Gunn.
What? So I think that would have come up at some point.
Yeah, you never brought it up.
I'm his cousin.
Oh, okay.
My real name is Tommy Gunn.
Tommy Gunn.
Google it. Google Tommy Gunn destroys.
Does this count as nepotism?
Please don't.
Google Tommy Gunn destroys, and then blank, and let it fill in the blanks for you.
No. Do not tell these kids to do that.
I'm not telling any kids to do that. Just the real ones. You know what I'm saying? Just the naughty guys and gals out there. Now, I actually work as his casting assistant part-time when I'm not on this show. You guys know I work about 90 hours a week here.
Yeah.
I spend the other 30 working with Jimmy on his projects, casting. And I know all 3 of you are wonderful hosts, wonderful personalities.
Thank you.
But I also know that the 3 of you are pretty aggressive thespians. I would say you're some of the most aggressive thespians I've ever seen in my life.
You're the one that's worked the most as an actor.
You know what, though? That's because I got the face and body for it. You guys got the talent, and that's why I'm giving you a chance. I've got sides from Jimmy for the new projects.
How did you get these?
I'm his cousin Tommy Gunn. Google Tommy Gunn images.
Stop.
Google Tommy Gunn Unleashed. Tommy Gunn covers for my cover songs. Now, Tommy Gunn Mushroom Soup might work as well. We're going to run this like a real audition room. I want all 3 of you to leave. I'm going to call you in one at a time.
Okay.
All right. We're running a little behind, guys. Sorry. Sorry, we just saw all of the Baldwin brothers, even the ones being charged with murder. Manslaughter. All right. Zach Huddleston?
Yeah. That's me?
Zach Huddleston.
Yes.
Hey, Jimmy, go ahead and have a seat anywhere.
Oh, okay.
You can have a seat
great.
in your
How
normal
about
seat.
right here? Yeah.
We've got you reading for Superman in our new Superman Origins movie. Jimmy's looking for a young face, a fresh face to play Superman.
I might be older than.
I don't think so.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be Jimmy Olsen. You'll obviously be Superman.
Okay.
And then I'll do the stage.
And I should be like feeling Cavill. I should be feeling Routh. I think
make it your own.
Okay,
I
great.
think really we're looking for something. We're looking to turn Superman on his head here.
Oh, okay,
All right.
great.
Interior, Daily Planet, day. Jimmy Olsen is carrying a tray of coffee when he runs smack dab into a large, broad-shouldered new guy. Hey, watch it, new guy. What's your name?
My name is Cal. I mean Superman. I mean Clark. Clark Kent.
Well, watch where you're going, Clark Kent. By the way, Perry White is on a rampage, so I'd steer clear of him.
Oh, if I see him, I'll walk the other way. Faster than a speeding bullet.
And watch out for those 3 muscle-bound pro wrestlers that are walking around. They're pretty drunk.
I'll always watch out for truth, justice, and the American way.
Oh.
Well, other than that, Wednesday we all meet up for karaoke, and Friday's our fun T-shirt day.
Sounds super. Man. I thought it was part of the script said Clark Kent. But I think that was autocorrect.
No, that was intentional. Get out of here. We'll be in touch.
Okay,
That
thank
was
you.
really great.
Do you need a headshot or
I don't need it. No,
okay.
we're all digital now. We're
Okay.
green. We have a file full of them. We'll never see that guy again. Jessica Clemons. Jessica Marie Clemons.
Present.
Jessica, have a seat.
Yeah.
It's great to see you here.
It's great to see you.
Can I see your license?
I don't have one.
Just want to verify you're 18.
Okay.
right.
Wait, what are we doing
You
here?
will be reading for the role of Wonder Woman.
Okay. What's my motivation?
You want a job in Hollywood, so you'll do anything. Interior, invisible jet, dusk. Wonder Woman is flying her invisible jet with Aquaman in the passenger seat. Just drop me off over anything wet, and I'll swim home.
Not yet, Arthur. There's something I need you to tell me. I need the truth, even if you think it will hurt my feelings.
Diana, friends don't lie.
Okay. Did everyone hate the song I sang at the Justice League Christmas party?
No, not at all. It was rocking.
Come on, Artie. I can tell you're lying.
I'm serious. I mean, I guess I would do anything for love, but I won't do that by Meatloaf is a pretty long song, and we only rented the machine for 2 hours, so it was pretty selfish, which is a pretty common thing. Hey!
Sorry, Art. I put the lasso of truth around you, and you sung like a canary. Please always tell me the truth. We are friends, and the trust is a bedrock of any great friendship. I forgive you for lying and look forward to our future endeavors.
I think we're good. Okay. Great. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Oh, very good.
Hey, actually, do you have a headshot?
Yeah, in my back pocket.
Okay, great. Okay, last we have Brandon Barrick. Brandon Barrick. Oh, God, where'd you
Going
sneak
to
up in
slate?
here? No.
Brandon Barrick, 6'1", I will shave my head.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I don't know that we're going to need that.
Okay.
This is you'll be reading for Bruce Wayne.
Oh, okay.
We're not sure if we're going to double cast Bruce Wayne and Batman with the same actor.
Oh, okay.
But we'll just see how the read goes. I'll be playing Alfred.
So might only be Bruce Wayne or Batman.
That's right.
Okay.
We'll see how the read goes. But I'll just put it this way. Jimmy's a fan.
Oh, okay.
All right. But don't let that go to your head.
Great.
All right.
Okay.
Interior, Wayne Manor, night. Alfred brings Bruce his evening tea. Bruce takes a sip, then takes a longer sip.
Can I use this?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Alfred, this tea, there's something different about it. Something not even the world's greatest detective can decipher.
Oi! It's just a little embarrassment I picked up in the Royal Navy.
It's hypnotic. My whole body is dancing on the inside. Maybe for once this won't be a dark night.
Oi! Master Wayne, there's something else about the tea.
Oh, you tricked me, you little joker.
That's right. I replaced your sleepy time tea with smooth movements laxative tea. Happy April Fool's Day! Wow.
I didn't know we could improvise.
That was
Wow.
great. We actually are not going to need any further auditions.
Do you need a headshot?
I don't.
Well, now,
Why did you only
dude,
pick
we're just
my
going to take
headshot?
that
Tommy.
same chair. And,
Tommy, you don't have anything prepared? Or?
oh, well, this is a little embarrassing.
Oh.
I actually already booked a role.
Oh, well,
in the
nepotism, I
DCU.
think. Yeah.
I booked a role. I thought maybe if you guys wanted, I could do the monologue that got me the part.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd love
I'd
to hear that.
Yeah, I'm
As
playing-
a fellow actor.
I'm playing the role of Jeff Parker. He's the next door neighbor to George and Martha Kent.
Oh, okay.
He's also Clark Kent's Little League coach.
I don't know him from the comics.
Come on, everybody, on the hop. Take a knee. Take a knee.
I just went into it.
Hey! First of all, Clark, you crashed your damn spaceship into my backyard and your dad hasn't paid for me to fill that hole yet. He was supposed to bring an earth mover. Fill the hole back up. You killed 6 sheep with your ship. That ship killed 6 sheep. 6 sheep killed by a ship paid cheap. Those were cheap sheep. Secondary. Every time I put you up to bat,
Secondary.
you hit the ball so goddamn far we can't find it. I want your dad to bring me a cup of your piss on my doorstep by Monday morning.
Brandon.
I'm going to taste that piss. And if I taste 1 ounce of steroids, you're off the team. Thirdly, some of you might have heard that I've been indicted by the IRS for tax evasion. But I want to let you know I'll never give up on this team. Because one thing I know about 8 and under Little League Baseball is you don't fucking quit on your teammates. You don't quit. We look each other in the eye, and we're all we got.
This is a long scene.
We're all we got.
Where was
I don't think they said
Clark,
drink piss was in
Jason, Darren, Devin, Dalton, Kenneth, Parker, Jagger, Romero, Steven, Christian, Alex, Ben, Calvin, Jacob, Christopher, Nolan.
Okay.
Look each other in the eye. All you got is each other. The next week we play Penfield.
Okay.
And I want to let you know something about
God,
them.
it's still
That team is full of anti-Semites. That team is full of racists.
wrote
And that
this?
team is full of former Major League Baseball players that are Benjamin Buttoning back into babies. And when they die for good. But you guys, the average life expectancy of an American man is 75, so you got 67 more years on this goddamn planet, except for you, Clark.
Oh.
I got a feeling about you. There's something off about you. And it ain't super, man.
Ooh.
Wow.
Tommy
Jeff
gun.
Parker.
I got
my
2
God.
questions. One, where was Jeff Parker on January 6th?
Oh, he was at the Capitol. He was at Capital City.
Guys, Google Tommy Gunn destroys Jeff Parker because what a performance that was.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, you guys look out for me on a Superman origin. I think it's coming to Fuzzy in December.
We have a few super chatters
Yes.
today. Thank you all the super chats. Christian Unpronounceable asking where the redemptions have been. Why don't you need any more of our money? We'll always take your money.
Oh, we definitely still need money.
Well, also Corey Candrilli out there trying to get us the hot stuff. That's why the redemptions.
Oh,
are
interesting.
back.
Well,
My gut can handle
we've been
it.
trying to space out those. We did a lot of them for a while, and we still love doing those, but we want to try to space them out a little
My
bit
ear,
more.
nose, and throat guy says between the pills that I crush up and snort and the hot sauce redemptions, I won't be able to breathe, swallow, chew, or blow out within the next 2 years.
Come on. But they'll probably be coming back soon. We're going to try to sprinkle those in. Thank you.
There's a dog under the
Yeah.
table.
There is a dog under the table. Jamie Riley, for fart sounds, he sends in a super chat. We appreciate you, Jamie Riley. Brandon might even break you off a free one.
No, for free?
It's a good one. It's a two-hander. they
I
say.
can't think of a better way to end this show.
Two-hander. Shout out to Boogie's World,
Boogie's World.
Hota Suave, again, Corey Candrilli.
Hoda Suave asked if anyone's watched Kaleidoscope on Netflix. Have any of you watched
I've
it?
not yet.
No, that's the Giancarlo
Giancarlo
Esposito
Esposito.
kind of choose your own adventure
Well,
kind of thing, right?
it's more that like it's the same time and you're seeing different perspectives. The last episode is the heist, and then all the other episodes.
You just have to watch the white, like they're all colors, right?
Well, you get them in a random order, I think. Right. They're given to people randomly.
But we need to watch that. Thank you for reminding us to check that out.
Also, I saw an excellent trailer. Sorry for all of you to check out Hello Tomorrow on Apple TV with Billy Crudup. It's like basically like if like the 40s and 50s predictions of the 60s and 70s actually came true, and they were like flying. It's all very stylized, like Jetsons, but live action, and it's all about selling timeshares on the moon.
Oh, that's like a Wes Anderson wet dream.
Yeah,
that sounds like a lot of fun. And thank you to God Kingdom shouting out the Big Head Gang.
That's right. Dry February.
Alive and well, Big Head Gang.
Rest in peace.
Thank you everybody for watching today. Tune back in tomorrow. We have a lot more fun stuff scheduled for this week. And again, catch up on Last of Us if you haven't already.
Yeah. Eric's breakdown of episode 2 is up on the channel now, so check that out.
And he's got a trailer. The trailer breakdown for the next episode is also coming out on the channel.
And I just heard from my cousin Jimmy. You guys are all getting callbacks.
Oh,
everybody's getting a callback. I have, however, been fired from my role as Jeff Parker.
I'm sorry.
Understandable.
Turns out they found out where I was on January 6th. I was at a Dairy Queen sucking all the soft serve. After hours.
No, Tommy.
Google sucking off the soft serve.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching so much. This was entirely too much fun. We appreciate you being here for it. Everybody, keep it Gucci to Moochie.
Hey,
Have a great day.
Bye.